treason, traitor. That's what the hangman card is all about. You know what I'm saying? It's betrayal, dude. It's betrayal, not from Sag. It's like I feel that it's like there is a sense of backstabbing and betrayal that has happened here, right? Of taking advantage of Sag and putting you guys in a binding position. You feel what I'm saying? Could literally be an abusive relationship. Like, say if Sag is in a relationship with someone where they're being abused in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and it's like not wanting to let people know that you're in an abusive situation, that your partner is a narcissist or, you know, talks to you crazy or like whatever the case, or is like always cheating on you and stuff like that. But manipulation, dog, I don't like this shit. It feels like people being in cahoots where there's like a person that is a part of all of this type of thing, but it's like the beautiful thing is what they meant for your destruction is actually going to be your elevation. It sounds to me like what a narcissistic partner does, right? It's like they gaslight the fuck out of you. They'll bring up stuff that you went through in your childhood, say that you're emotionally unstable, you're the problem. If you would just fix yourself, then our relationship would be fine. And that's like what I'm seeing in the Hanged Man. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your August soul session. Okay, I am Marlo, if you're new. And if you're family, welcome back, my friend. I have no idea where that came from. Of course, if you resonate with this message, be sure to tickle my like button because, you know, she's kinky and into that sort of thing. Okay, with your cards, Sagittarius. I'm not supposed to do that. That's supposed to be there. Okie dokie. So, anywho, just giving you guys a heads up, we start the Conversations with God book study group on the 31st. Okay. On the 31st of July, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, or whatever. You don't have to get the book. You can if you would like, because we're going to be playing the audio book, and there's like all kinds of activities, exercises, and things of the sort. And of course, the beautiful thing called community. And I'm opening it up to all of my members, whether on Patreon, YouTube, you know, or my network, you know what I'm saying? So if you're about that life, then you know, go ahead and join us, you know. I thought I should probably put up a link because I'm so used to posting stuff on the network when we do stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna just like put up a link on my website for you guys to like sign up. So you know what I'm saying. But anywho, you can watch the replay in the event that you end up seeing this after the fact and you still want to do it and you missed the first week, you know, I'll put up the replay. But enough about that. The link to the extended for this is in the description box below this video, but let's get into your card, Sag. Okay, anywho, first card out, we have the High Priestess. That is Piscean energy coming out of July and into August. The first thing that comes to my mind with this, which is interesting, it's not anything with intuition. It's just kind of secret keeping, but more or less holding your cards close to your chest, if I could say it that way. Am I too close to my microphone? I think I am, because I just was like, this is all in my mouth, child. And I don't want y'all hearing me click clacking and breathing and things. Okay, sorry, Sagittarius, my bad. Anywho, but yeah, it's like holding things close to your chest. But I do kind of get in. Well, I'm gonna say this first. The full moon's gonna be important for y'all because it's some kind of decision that y'all need to make, but you're holding things close to your chest because whatever this is that you're pondering is like a lot. Like it's not like a little bit of a lot, it's like a lot type of deal. You feel what I'm saying? But anywho, next card that we have, Holy Mother, we have the Tower. That's Scorpio energy. Okay. That's Scorpio energy. And this is all speaking in reference to the first week that we have of August, right? Now, this is interesting because this is something I've never noticed in this deck before, that the numbers on this are red. That's interesting. But really, what we're talking about here is like the deconstruction of a mindset is really what we're speaking about here. So, and here's the thing, Sage, the thing that's really coming to me in reference to this, though, is it's kind of like a vibe of suffering and silence is what I'm getting with this, because it's like whatever it is that you guys are grappling with or you're dealing with coming out of July and into August, it's something where, how can I say it? It's something where So sorry to interrupt you guys while you're listening to the show, but I wanted to tell you guys about our new partnership with BetterHelp. If you haven't heard of them, it's an online resource in which you can find your very own friendly local neighborhood therapist, no matter where you are in the world. You sign up, and within 24 hours, they match you with a therapist that's right for you. And you can talk to your counselor every week via phone or video chat. You can also text them between sessions. If you or someone you know has been considering therapy, get started today with BetterHelp. Now let's get back to the show. No one knows that you're really dealing with this, but I feel in reference to whatever options you guys are weighing, there's more or less a decision in reference to this that needs to be made or would behoove you to be made by at least like the 11th of August. But I don't feel like I'm telling you this is something that you don't know. Like, I feel like this is something that you guys are already consciously aware of. You feel what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm concerned with this tower specifically is because this kind of feels like, and especially with both of these being major arcanas, it's something about this energy to where whatever it is that you guys are holding in or you're not sharing with people, it's not small potatoes, right? It's like this is a pretty fairly important pondering or decision, if that's making sense. Oh, well, hallelujah, God. The next card we have is the Fountain card. For those of you guys who are not familiar with this particular deck, it is the Fountain Tarot. I think I will put the description box below because a lot of people keep asking me about it. But this in this particular deck, and I don't think we've ever gotten it up right for anybody, to be honest, since I started using it. But this is an octave higher than the World card, because of course, with the World card, we're speaking to lessons learned, completions of cycles and things of the sort. But with this is almost like getting to the World card, learning the lesson, like completing the cycle, getting the big epic lesson, but now it's like ascending to a higher state of being spiritually speaking. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like you're overstanding it in a 3D sense, right? Of how that lesson relates to you. And also understanding that lesson in a spiritual sense of how it is that that relates to you. So it's like it's a full integration, if you will, of like macro level, micro level, 3D stuff and spiritual stuff and understanding the why. So what that kind of says to me is it's almost like a foreboding kind of energy that you guys are coming into August with, because it's more or less it's a decision you guys knew that needed to be a decision you guys knew or have known for some time needed to be made, right? But I feel there's more or less like a mindset that kept you guys stuck here. But then there's like, and I don't want to use the word shame because I feel like that's so much of a heavy word, but it's something about how it is you guys perceived yourself or perceived this experience or the fact that you were going through it. It's not really something that you felt everybody should know necessarily. You feel what I'm saying? But the beautiful thing about it is there's a level of release here, because the whole premise of this, it's almost like, dude, if I were to use the word again that I said in someone else's reading, I said transmutation. It's like this is like bigger than like oh, you learned your lesson type of deal, right? It's like this really feels like the same theme I'm seeing for everyone, like pushing you to the edge of yourself type of deal, right? Now, the next card that you guys have is the 7 of Coins. Then we have the 5 of Swords. And then we have the Ace of Cups and the reverse. This is interesting. Sag, I'm just going to be real. This whole first week of August for y'all, because it's like I feel this energy shift looking at the second week. It's like this is all heavy hitter kind of energy in this first week. And I feel like this is like a lot of divine intervention, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a lot of stuff that needed to happen, but and I'm trying to use my words carefully, y'all, because I feel like this Fountain card being here, it's more or less reassurance for what it is that you guys are going to be grappling with in this first week. And how I was saying, like the word shame, it's almost like if I were to even put it into like a basic 3D kind of scenario, like say hypothetically, you flunked out of college or something, even though like school, I don't even think started yet. But like if you flunked out of college or if your house went into foreclosure, right? and everyone, or your business, like you own a business and your business is shutting down, and it's something that everybody knows. And in the whole month of July, you've been kind of grappling with yourself on, can I fix this? Is there like a way out of this? Like, can I get a loan? Like, if you've been suffering with all that stuff, that's what I mean by holding your cards close to your chest. Like, it's something that y'all have been dealing with alone that you haven't been sharing with everyone else, right? And you've been trying to figure it out by yourself. But that undergirding energy of shame that I sense is like what this tower is about, because the reason why you're not telling anyone and you're staying an approachable face, right, is because there's shame related to people finding out that you're going through this. And everybody probably not gonna resonate with this, child, but it's shame if people were to know that you were going through this. So it's like you're kind of trying to buy time by not telling anyone, because if you could find a solution to it and you could fix it before anyone found out, you'd never have to go through this. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like with this tower showing up, it's like it's pretty much saying whatever this little thing is that you had, like this facade or sense of self-protection or whatever, or people finding out that your business is closed, or that there's a sign in front of your house that says like foreclosed or whatever, is pretty much saying to me that in the first week it's like this thing is going to have to happen, and this is the thing that you were trying to not have happen. You feel what I'm saying? Because, and the thing that's important for me to say here, it's all about how you're perceiving it. And I know that that's easier said than done because I'm on the outside looking in. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not trivializing it by any means, because it's like I totally get why, because you don't want to have to experience people knowing some stuff that you feel like that's your business. You feel me? But it's like this is something that has to happen, because I feel like the thing that you don't know is whatever this is that we're talking about, this is something that was holding you back. I mean, even if we're talking about like, oh God, why did I get that message? It's even if, because I'm just going to say what I heard, child. My guides are talking about, even if, like, say, if the Sagittarius person I'm talking to is married, right? And you found out that like your husband had like a side kid, right? And it's like the thing that you've been holding close to your chest all of this time is the fact that the side chick was like pregnant, right? And it's like now the baby's born and she posting the baby all over social media and stuff like that. That could be like an example of a tower, right? I'm saying that hypothetically, but with my guide saying it, somebody out there resonate with that, child. But it's like, so needing to admit like, yes, we're still together, but yes, they had a kid, that would be the tower, because it's like that's where the shame would come from. You're not saying anything because you don't want people to know that your partner had an outside kid, but now it's like it's come to the point of no return because the kid's here, the kid's pictures are everywhere, and everybody's like, ain't that such and such, you feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, the whole reason why, like, I'm even going back over these cards and not getting into depth into these yet is because I need to make this make sense for y'all. But the whole reason why the fountain is showing up is a form of reassurance. It's pretty much saying, like, Sag, I know it looks really bad right now, right? Coming into August, like, this is a lot. It's a whole bunch going on. It's not comfortable. But the fountain is more or less a statement saying to you guys that God is with you in so many words. Spirit, or whatever it is you believe in, is with you and is behind this situation. Is it ideal? Because, spirit is always working through our free will, and we sometimes don't use our free will in the best ways. You know what I'm saying? Humans make less than stellar decisions. So granted, it's not comfortable, it's not nice, it's not ideal, but this is more or less a promise from spirit letting you guys know that, it's always darkest before dawn. Or as I say, like, it's an is not is paradigm. Even though I understand the severity of the situation that we're talking about, is letting you know that it's an epic, huge lesson that's literally going to transform the course of your life. That's the potential for you guys to gain from this. So this is kind of like an insurance policy from spirit, if you will, if I could say it that way, right? But with the 7 of coins coming into the second week, when we're coming down from this, because that's where I say it's like why I went back is because seeing the energy that I'm feeling here to here, the most important week this month is literally the first week. That's probably going to be the most challenging for you guys in the month of August. And now it's like in the second week, the week of the 15th, it's like, and that's the week of the 8-8 portal and the full moon in Aquarius, which is what I say is important for you guys, is that full moon, whether that's in releasing or that's just like a time frame. Like I said, if it's like, the rent on the building that you rent for your business is due on the 11th, it's like like pride has to be broken down, a decision has to be made, either you guys reaching out to someone else or what have you, right? But with the 7 of coins, it's a need to have patience because this is a process. It's like, I feel this first week, yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, it's going to be challenging. You feel what I'm saying? But it's still speaking to a sense of delayed and not denied. I think in times like this, especially when we have towers, it's so hard to see past the rubble and the smoke, proverbially speaking. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like we're angry, we're pissed, we're upset, like we can feel like it's not fair. And it's not saying that you shouldn't allow yourself to feel those feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have every right to feel what it is that you're feeling. But I feel the whole thing of like having patience with is having patience with yourself, being compassionate to yourself, and trusting that spirit is going to show up for you, right? Because regardless of anything that transpires for the rest of the month, because I feel why it's shifting down, it's like this is like divine intervention where something is like an X factor that's out of our control. And your first card for the second week is literally telling you like it's delayed, but it's not denied. It's like stuff may look like shit right now. You may feel hella discouraged. Like you may feel, embarrassed. Like it could be a myriad of different things that you guys could feel, but it's more or less telling you to hold firm to the promise that was made to you the first week, right? It's always darkest before dawn. That's the best thing to keep your mindset on, right? Because with this 5 of swords, I feel this is more or less like an inner conflict that's happening. There could be some people, like the people you may have been worried about, like, I told you not to deal with that person. Oh, I told you that. And I don't know why you wanted to go start that business. I don't know why, people kind of being like that with you. But I feel that's why these are coming out, because spirit is like saying, just hold on, stand firm in what you know, right? Have faith. I know that this is hard. I know that, this is difficult what you're going through. And even if it's coming, from people that you love and you care about, or the main people that were an influence for you to keep this like under wraps. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a need to really hold firm to, and especially like if you've been following me for some time, it's like everything that it is that you guys have learned, the wisdom that you've applied to your life of how to maintain your mindset, how to stay mindful, right? How to trust and have faith in spirit to always keep, your eyes on the highest vibration that you encounter. It's like this is your challenge to do, and it's going to be hard sometimes when on the inside you may feel betrayed, you may feel robbed, you may be, shocked, you may be discouraged, and this could be after multiple things that cause you to feel discouraged, but it's needing to hold firm to your faith, right? And with this Ace of Cups, it's speaking specifically to me about like it's just being kind of disappointed and down. It's like whatever this is that we're talking about specifically for you guys, Sag, it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, you know? Because there could be an element like with all these being major arcanas, this is all stuff that could be happening, and you don't find out until like, oh, and Lord Jesus, with them talking about the full moon. For some of y'all, this could be a heads up and a forewarning. I feel some of y'all like you would know because you're holding it back. I don't really so much. The only thing I could see where this would happen in the second week of August, y'all, is if this has something to do with like a relationship. Like if you were to find, like how I say the whole scenario with like finding out that your person has a baby type of deal, the thing that you would have known leading up to this point is you may not have known that they have like a whole nother kid or that they're even seeing someone else, but you had suspicions of it. Like you just kind of felt in your spirit, like, I feel like something's happening here. I feel like they're not telling me everything type of deal. The only way that I could see that all of this stuff, because I just got a flash of like someone standing here and like all this stuff is happening behind their back and they're not aware that this is happening. You feel what I'm saying? That's the only scenario I could really see that in. But so that's like the 1%, but it's like all of the other energy signatures that I'm seeing with this is like stuff that Sag is coming into this month knowing. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like I would still say that that 1% person still knows, because it's like intuitively you kind of picked up a vibe. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like I just feel with this, that's probably why my guides were saying the whole thing with this with the full moon, because it's like that's kind of like the point where all of this kind of comes to a head, because it's like this tower happened in the first week without your knowledge, and it's like now this is like in the second week on or around the full moon, a person coming to you and telling you like, yeah, this is what it is that happened. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't like that energy, because it just kind of feels to me like cahoots type of vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's like more people like Sag over here minding their business, living their best life. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get somewhere. And it's like other people being aware that this is happening, but no one said anything to you. And then suddenly it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's like that kind of vibe. But with how we're rounding out the first half of the month up until the 15th with this Ace of Cups in the reverse, it's a level of disappointment. You feel me? And oh, Sagittarius, y'all's reading from last month. Y'all's freaking reading from last month. I'm just remembering it. Y'all's reading from last month, and I don't think that this part came out on YouTube, but I know when I got into the extended, I was like, what kind of Sagittarius reading is this? Because what the hell? Because it was like a whole third party situation type of thing. And that's Jesus Christ. This happened with Aries too. Legit, it's like I'm feeling that same vibe where it's like with Aries, like I'm saying all this stuff, and I was like, holy crap, this is the same exact reading from last month. And this is exactly the same vibe I'm feeling with y'all. It's like it's third party interference, but it's not necessarily in the sense of it being necessarily romantic. You feel what I'm saying? Like it could be like a coup that's being staged in your company or something like that. But it's like it's stuff that you know, but you don't know type of deal. You feel what I'm saying? But whatever the case, even with this Ace of Cups and the reverse coming out for the 15th, the fact that it's falling under the fountain, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get real like woo woo with it real quick. Is the fact that even if there's a disappointment and there's a loss, there's, you know, you being disappointed, you being let down, whatever the case, that stuff didn't work out the way that you hoped, or that people did what they did, said what they said, you lost what you lost. It's like the fountain being on top of this, like it crowning it, is literally saying that spirit is on your side, though. It's like you just have to have faith, because it doesn't look like it right now, but all of this is ultimately going to turn out in your favor. You feel what I'm saying? And these little mofos, whoever they are, going to get karma for what they did, child. So, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, that's been your soul session for August, Sagittarius. This is heavy. I'm going over to my network, Vimeo, Patreon, all the places to do you guys extended, to play these cards out, to see what's crack-a-lacking for the rest of the month. So if you're about that life, follow me on over there. But if not, I still love your freaking face. And I'll see you guys sooner than later. Kiss, kiss. It's my new thing. I know it's lame, but so am I. So kiss, kiss, bitch.